Psalm 62. Song of Trust in God Alone. To the choir master, according to Jeduthun. A Psalm of David. D2 For God alone my soul waits in silence. From him comes my salvation. He only is my rock and my salvation. My fortress, I shall not be greatly moved. How long will you set upon a man? To shatter him, all of you. Like a leaning wall, a tottering fence? They only plan to thrust him down from his eminence. They take pleasure in falsehood. They bless with their mouths. But inwardly they curse. Selah. For God alone my soul waits in silence. For my hope is from him. He only is my rock and my salvation. My fortress, I shall not be shaken. On God rests my deliverance and my honor. My mighty rock, my refuge is God. Trust in him at all times, O people. Pour out your heart before him. God is a refuge for us. Selah. Men of low estate are but a breath. Men of high estate are a delusion. In the balances they go up. They are together lighter than a breath. Put no confidence in extortion. Set no vain hopes on robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart on them. Once God has spoken. Twice have I heard this. That power belongs to God. And that to thee, O Lord, belongs steadfast love. For thou dost requite a man according to his work. Psalm 63. Comfort and assurance in God's presence. A Psalm of David, when he was in the wilderness of Judah. O God, thou art my God, I seek thee. My soul thirsts for thee. My flesh faints for thee. As in a dry and weary land where no water is. So I have looked upon thee in the sanctuary, beholding thy power and glory. Because thy steadfast love is better than life. My lips will praise thee. So I will bless thee as long as I live. I will lift up my hands and call on thy name. My soul is feasted as with marrow and fat. And my mouth praises thee with joyful lips. When I think of thee upon my bed. And meditate on thee in the watches of the night. For thou hast been my help. And in the shadow of thy wings I sing for joy. My soul clings to thee. Thy right hand upholds me. But those who seek to destroy my life shall go down into the depths of the earth. They shall be given over to the power of the sword. They shall be prey for jackals. But the king shall rejoice in God. All who swear by him shall glory. For the mouths of liars will be stopped. Psalm 64. Prayer for protection from enemies. To the choir master. A Psalm of David. Hear my voice, O God, in my complaint. Preserve my life from dread of the enemy. Hide me from the secret plots of the wicked. From the scheming of evildoers. Who whet their tongues like swords. Who aim bitter words like arrows. Shooting from ambush at the blameless. Shooting at him suddenly and without fear. They hold fast to their evil purpose. They talk of laying snares secretly. Thinking, who can see us? Who can search out our crimes? We have thought out a cunningly conceived plot. For the inward mind and heart of a man are deep. But God will shoot his arrow at them. They will be wounded suddenly. Because of their tongue he will bring them to ruin. All who see them will wag their heads. Then all men will fear. They will tell what God has wrought. And ponder what he has done. Let the righteous rejoice in the Lord. And take refuge in him. Let all the upright in heart glory. Psalm 65. Thanksgiving for earth's bounty. To the choir master. A Psalm of David. A song. Praise is due to thee, O God, in Zion. And to thee shall vows be performed. O thou who hearest prayer. To thee shall all flesh come. On account of sins. When our transgressions prevail over us. Thou dost forgive them. Blessed is he whom thou dost choose and bring near. To dwell in thy courts. We shall be satisfied with the goodness of thy house. Thy holy temple. By dread deeds thou dost answer us with deliverance. O God of our salvation! Who art the hope of all the ends of the earth, and of the farthest seas. Who by thy strength hast established the mountains, being girded with might. Who dost still the roaring of the seas, the roaring of their waves, the tumult of the peoples, so that those who dwell at earth's farthest bounds are afraid at thy signs. Thou makest the outgoings of the morning and the evening to shout for joy. Thou visitest the earth and waterest it. Thou greatly enrichest it. The river of God is full of water. Thou providest their grain, for so thou hast prepared it. Thou waterest its furrows abundantly, settling its ridges, softening it with showers, and blessing its growth. Thou crownest the year with thy bounty. The tracks of thy chariot drip with fatness. The pastures of the wilderness drip. The hills gird themselves with joy. The meadows clothe themselves with flocks. The valleys deck themselves with grain. They shout and sing together for joy. Psalm 66. Praise for God's goodness to Israel. To the choir master. A song. A psalm. Make a joyful noise to God, all the earth. Sing the glory of his name. Give to him glorious praise. Say to God, how terrible are thy deeds! So great is thy power that thy enemies cringe before thee. All the earth worships thee. They sing praises to thee. Sing praises to thy name. Selah. Come and see what God has done. He is terrible in his deeds among men. He turned the sea into dry land. Men passed through the river on foot. There did we rejoice in him. Who rules by his might forever. Whose eyes keep watch on the nations. Let not the rebellious exalt themselves. Selah. Bless our God, O peoples. Let the sound of his praise be heard. Who has kept us among the living, and has not let our feet slip. For thou, O God, hast tested us. Thou hast tried us as silver is tried. Thou didst bring us into the net. Thou didst lay affliction on our loins. Thou didst let men ride over our heads. We went through fire and through water. Yet thou hast brought us forth to a spacious place. I will come into thy house with burnt offerings. I will pay thee my vows, that which my lips uttered, and my mouth promised when I was in trouble. I will offer to thee burnt offerings of fatlings, with the smoke of the sacrifice of rams. I will make an offering of bulls and goats. Selah. Come and hear, all you who fear God, and I will tell what he has done for me. I cried aloud to him, and he was extolled with my tongue. If I had cherished iniquity in my heart, the Lord would not have listened. But truly God has listened. He has given heed to the voice of my prayer. Blessed be God, because he has not rejected my prayer, or removed his steadfast love from me. Psalm 67. The nations called to praise God. To the choir master, with stringed instruments. A psalm. A song. May God be gracious to us and bless us, and make his face to shine upon us. Selah. That thy way may be known upon earth, thy saving power among all nations. Let the peoples praise thee, O God. Let all the peoples praise thee. Let the nations be glad and sing for joy. For thou dost judge the peoples with equity, and guide the nations upon earth. Selah. Let the peoples praise thee, O God. Let all the peoples praise thee. The earth has yielded its increase. God, our God, has blessed us. God has blessed us. Let all the ends of the earth fear him. Psalm 68. Praise and thanksgiving. To the choir master. A psalm of David. A song. Let God arise, let his enemies be scattered. Let those who hate him flee before him. As smoke is driven away, so drive them away. As wax melts before fire. Let the wicked perish before God. But let the righteous be joyful. Let them exult before God. Let them be jubilant with joy. Sing to God, sing praises to his name. Lift up a song to him who rides upon the clouds. His name is the Lord, exult before him. Father of the fatherless and protector of widows. Is God in his holy habitation. God gives the desolate a home to dwell in. He leads out the prisoners to prosperity. But the rebellious dwell in a parched land. O God, when thou didst go forth before thy people. When thou didst march through the wilderness Selah. The earth quaked, the heavens poured down rain. At the presence of God. Yon Sinai quaked at the presence of God. The God of Israel. Rain in abundance, O God, thou didst shed abroad. Thou didst restore thy heritage as it languished. Thy flock found a dwelling in it. In thy goodness, O God, thou didst provide for the needy. The Lord gives the command. Great is the host of those who bore the tidings. The kings of the armies, they flee, they flee. The women at home divide the spoil. Though they stay among the sheepfolds. The wings of a dove covered with silver. Its pinions with green gold. When the Almighty scattered kings there. Snow fell on Zalman. O mighty mountain, mountain of Bashan. O many-peaked mountain, mountain of Bashan. Why look you with envy, O many-peaked mountain? At the mount which God desired for his abode. Yet, where the Lord will dwell forever. With mighty chariotry, twice 10,000. Thousands upon thousands. The Lord came from Sinai into the holy place. Thou didst ascend the high mount. Leading captives in thy train. And receiving gifts among men. Even among the rebellious, that the Lord God may dwell there. Blessed be the Lord. Who daily bears us up. God is our salvation, Selah. Our God is a God of salvation. And to God, the Lord, belongs escape from death. But God will shatter the heads of his enemies. The hairy crown of him who walks in his guilty ways. The Lord said, I will bring them back from Bashan. I will bring them back from the depths of the sea. That you may bathe your feet in blood. That the tongues of your dogs may have their portion from the foe. Thy solemn processions are seen, O God. The processions of my God, my King, into the sanctuary. The singers in front, the minstrels last. Between them maidens playing timbrels. Bless God in the great congregation. The Lord, O you who are of Israel's fountain. There is Benjamin, the least of them, in the lead. The princes of Judah in their throng. The princes of Zebulun, the princes of Naphtali. Summon thy might, O God. Show thy strength, O God, thou who hast wrought for us. Because of thy temple at Jerusalem. Kings bear gifts to thee. Rebuke the beasts that dwell among the reeds. The herd of bulls with the calves of the peoples. Trample underfoot those who lust after tribute. Scatter the peoples who delight in war. Let bronze be brought from Egypt. Let Ethiopia hasten to stretch out her hands to God. Sing to God, O kingdoms of the earth. Sing praises to the Lord Selah. To him who rides in the heavens, the ancient heavens. Lo, he sends forth his voice, his mighty voice. Ascribe power to God. Whose majesty is over Israel. And his power is in the skies. Terrible is God in his sanctuary. The God of Israel. He gives power and strength to his people. Blessed be God.